That is us live. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here bringing you AldoRCB versus Ferhni. I am again thoroughly looking forward to this battle. Oh God, my voice is coming through my phone. Let's get rid of that quick time. Share the stream. No, Mum, I'm sorry. Really bad time for you to call me. Get lost. Love you lots. I'll phone you after the 1v1. More important things than family to deal with right now, Mother. Can't keep the lads waiting much longer. Aldo the burn to Stunt. Copy and paste. Right, I have shared it into the first chat so you guys, when you two are ready, are able to start and people will drift in as they come. There's the stream for YouTube should you want to pull it up. There's the Champions League chat and the Pros chat. My chat has gone a long way down. So there we go. I'm all shared around. We've got 5 people watching already. Thank you all so much for tuning in.
Okay, 60 seconds left.
Yep, 60 seconds on the clock. Hello, Jessica. How you going? And we've got Good Cat in the chat. Now, Jessica, just so you know, I am a bit more sober today, so I might be just, you know, a little bit more, what's the word? Shy. Yeah, my inhibition's not quite as lowered today, so I may not quite be as flirty, but I'm sure we can get to know each other over a bit of time. There is 22 seconds left on the clock. Less. 15. My nerves are cracking up. Let me have a very, very quick look at the message, because they did tell me whose track, well, they told each other whose tracks were whose. I need to have a quick look just so I can follow the order. I know we have Ferhni the Pie, who did keep us nicely up to date on this. And just as we're launching, Fern, how are you feeling going into this? Because I know you've not been on a lot lately, you've been very busy with studies.
Let's go!
Oh, he's feeling a little bit excited. He's ready. He's back on GTA. Ferhni boy is back. Exams are over.
Yeah, finally.
Means he's going to be chasing Nacho's world records. Watch out, boy.
Yeah. I have my life.
The boy's been going crazy while he's been away, Fern. We are with Fern. Aldo has managed to sustain the lead, but Fern with good little clips of the curb, shortened the gap, got right up tight inside Aldo. A little bit of initial wonky entrance on the tube, but handled it nicely in the end. Oh, and the rain not allowing Fern.
Yeah, it was the
Didn't
rain.
allow him to get the traction on the tube. We all know it becomes a bit more slidey. And Aldo able to take a bit of advantage, having played the game nicely this week. And Fern, I did see that you'd asked if you can choose your tracks again. You can choose whatever tracks you want in the next round, these ones or new ones. But this is Aldo's track. Fern's tracks are Trench 2, H200, Pier 8 and Wall Climb. And Aldo is taking advantage of the home field track. We head back to YouTube now. I've got my tracks down. Hello Ventura, and thank you for the understanding, Jessica. You just need to catch me on another night where I've had a bit of a drink with the lads and we'll go back to where we're at and Tunset my dude. Ventura, I'm sure he will be here supporting both, but I know Fern is a good friend and crewmate in Shet, so it may have a light bit of bias that way. Myself, Aldo is a pros member, but Fern in the party with me very regularly, so I'm very torn between the two. I just want to see both drivers do their very best so that neither goes away disappointed in themselves. Be a bit unhappy with the result if they want to. I just want all my guys, all my stunt racers to do the best they can. But the guys have been really accommodating to me. We had initially arranged this 5:30 to 6 PM. They've moved it forward a bit, so I've had a little bit more time available between matches. Because we do have mobbing the Fox track and shiftless versus zombie. I can't quite reveal the time check. It's all been jiggled about lightly at the moment and figure stuff out. But it looks like Andy and Zombie are willing to run half an hour later, which does give mobbing a little bit more time. But Andy's also got a playlist before that he wants to go, so Aldo does get hung up in the barrier, and that will allow Fern to shorten the gap. He's coming around the track nicely. By the look of it, I am going to stick with. In fact, I'll flick back to Fern now, then we'll go give the final lap back to Aldo, see how things go, and Nacho and now both enter the chat. Nice and clean through tube skip for down there, really nice and clean, clips the barrier and collects the checkpoint. And really has a bit between his teeth now, just trying to regain some of the lost time. Maybe knows this race without a big mistake from Aldo out of reach, but just looking to get himself back into the rhythm of the cars on GTA, cornering, braking, cuts. Good, clean transition onto the lower part of the tube. Really good and clean there from Fern. Nice thick boost lines through the tube, just clipping the shadow every now and then. So he sticks lovely lines through the corner.
Oh wow, I think it's my PB, fuck's sake.
Yeah? Does that mean are you gonna go for the cut at the end here, Fern, to get it?
Yeah.
So we can hear Fern really does believe he's on for a PB here. Fern is gonna go under the line to get it. But with the race being out of hand, he just wants to get himself a good time, get himself fully warmed back up. If he's getting PBs and that already, he should be nicely ready for the next race. Handles the corner really well, does swing to the right. We'll have a look at this time as it comes in. Jams himself underneath. Oh, it wasn't quite a PB. Oh, Fern gets really close, but not quite. F's in chat for Fern. He has just given away the race completely, but a 209.197, really close. Maybe just hoping for that 108, 208. Jesus Christ. You didn't lose a minute there on that final cut, Fern.
No, don't mind, never mind.
No, I know you wouldn't mind. Yeah, that's just what I was saying, Shiftless Note. That is, like I did say to you, is you've given him an extra hour, which means he can run his a bit later, 8:30, 9 o'clock. And that still gives me that little break between you two, so I do thoroughly appreciate that. But we'll give that a bit more time to see if it's good with Zombie as well. And if not, then I'll just ask the guys to stick to the original time. Really good and clean. If 10:30 is too late tonight as well, nice one, Alex. Certainly join me one of them later. Jack won't mind. Somebody else is coming along. But if that is too late, Andy, we can potentially do tomorrow. I've not got a lot booked in tomorrow yet, if anything. I don't think, looking at my sheets. But like I say, I'm fully happy doing it at the same times and stuff. Like, that extra hour you've given me is more than plenty. Yeah, so it's not delaying you too much, it's just Zombie. Making sure he's all good for it. But again, thank you very much for that, Andy. And yeah, he got very close to that Ventura. He felt he had to go for it, getting really close to the PB there, but just above. Fern across the line as well. Aldo has taken first blood, has taken his first track away from Fern in the city. And that is first blood to Aldo, but we can see the lap time from Fern, very, very strong. 2:17 is also a good time, really. But maybe just able to play it a little bit easier, a little bit safer, making sure he made no big mistakes himself and giving it back to...
I crashed in the first lap,
Yeah.
Like 3 times or 4.
So, Fern has picked Trench 2, H200, Pier Race and Wall Climb. Aldo picked In the City, and then just 1 second.
In the city, I don't know, RCT, Lift Off,
Yes.
and Vespucci.
Yeah, so that's In the City, Tier, Vespucci and Lift Off are Aldo's. Right, I'm back into YouTube. We are on Trench 2. Oh, Aldo, it is the sum. Like, I'm putting it in comparison to the whole of everybody that races. To anything under 220 is a reasonably half-decent time. And then as you get towards the 15s and 12, you're at the good times. Fern getting landing and exit a little off. We heard the ouch from Fern. Yeah, then once you get under the 210, you're into the truly great times, and the closer then you get to the world record, you're then becoming the trend setter for the superb times. Would be my argument in response to that Aldo. 2:17 really not a terrible time. Nice brake boosting note from Aldo, checking the curbs and nicely taking curbs heavy. Will heavy hit off the tube, just lining it up ever so wrong. That is going to allow Fern to maybe swing back into the lead. Alex saying he wants to see a 45 Fern. Don't push him too hard.
My laps or
nice.
My laps on Trend 2 are retired. No.
Nice brake boosting there by Fern.
Let's see.
Twice. pulls down wonderfully well, gets the cars, all four wheels nice and smooth. Just straightening the car out really clean. Then really cranking up the pace, catching multiple brake boosts. Really nicely off the barrier as well, off the sign there. Really clean sign deflection. Oh, very, very unlucky there.
It's okay, it's okay, okay.
Has managed to hold the win.
Well, it was because I got a brake boost.
Yeah, I saw.
And I got so far.
Just flung you off. Everybody's laughing at you there a little bit in chat. Ventura and Nacho having a little giggle at you there, Fern. I don't think Ventura would have maybe laughed so much if the victory had slipped away from you. But 57.290, not quite at the pace Fern has been known to set around here, but still a good 2 seconds underneath my time. Fuck, brake boost. Ventura says, I don't need to, he's seen it and he's told you, fuck you, Ventura. He'd have laughed even more if you'd have lost.
I hate Ventura so much. I hate Ventura.
I love you both a lot.
I fucking hate you, Ventura. I fucking hate you.
With an actual passion, is that? Like, you hate him with passion. We are on to the air, I believe. Miles off Ventura. Not much over 2 seconds off.
I hate this track.
Not a fan of this track. I'm guessing it's the final cut. Ventura saying, I love you too, Vern. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like this, eh, Ventura? And nice and clean, has managed to come through into the lead from second place. Oh, it just clipped the edge of the tube. That will lose him a bit of time, but in a good place to try and recover that time with a good, clean exit.
I didn't lose time. Just 2 seconds.
So didn't lose too much time, maybe a couple of seconds at the top, back at speed. Really nice. It is good and clean through stop strips. Does look like Fern beginning to rein the damage back in. Down to around the second mark, just over. Again, really good corner from Fern, short as a gap. Curb boost from Fern across the little gap. Yeah. What is it, Fern? 54.56 on trench 2-4. Let's let Fern focus a minute. 54.9 that's a bit below, but I think it's Fern that does have the 54. I know Fern does have the 54, yeah. Just ever so slightly mislined it, but the wobble from Aldo is going to limit the amount of time gained, but has been able to extend the lead with a good cut there. So now going to have to push good and hard. As Aldo does hit the start, tyres does allow Ferhni back into the lead. Good brake boosting down the straight, helping maximise the lower speed of Aldo there. And swinging through the corner ahead, Aldo following nicely, going across the curves. Good brake boosting back onto the track by both. Had to just pull slightly to the right to make sure he didn't get hung up in the tube entrance.
No!
Aldo has hit the top as well, but Ferhni having to respawn. Clear there. A little bit of frustration. A little bit more, I think it like it maybe able to skip the big cut. Looking all the curves, really nice. Getting the revs up as high as possible. Heading through the corner, nice and clean, a lot of speed carried through it by Aldo. Right, left wall, and nice low cut up the higher platform. Really nicely done. And heading through to the cut now, doing a loop through the tube. Nice clean. Did you get the wall ride there, though? Gap on the map is definitely shortening with how quick you lined up behind. Aldo with him. Just clipping at the top of the roof, flipping hard, has gone off the track, is going to need to respawn.
Oh my fucking god, this bullshit game.
Just coming through the tube himself. We are going to stick with Aldo for now. Let Ferhni settle into it. With Aldo having the lead. Decent. Not too far behind. Maybe a bit frustrated. Wasn't able to fully capitalise on the mistake. The gap is shortened. Now only a little mistake from Aldo. Could see it swing back Ferhni's way. Aldo just doing everything he can to stay lovely and clean, taking a nice good line, barely missing the top of the hospital building there. Nice flare on the exit. The car is drifting a little bit to the left. It's going to be good though. Comes the car round and down into the tube. Really nice and clean there from Aldo. A lovely barrel roll of flare. Going through the tube. Straightening up behind Aldo through the corner. Aldo over the jump, collects the checkpoint, about to hit the stop switch. And it's looking nice and clean. Aldo is able to hold the lead so far. We've seen 2:18.016 is the best lap from Aldo so far. Yes, mistake to 20. Great. And he did state at the beginning of this track, not his favourite track. Aldo picking very wisely. Both ends of the deal there, playlist to each other about an hour ago. No chance to really go out and practice the track you're not so comfortable with. Swings into the cut, gets it nice and clean, no hang up on top this time. That cut we will swap to Ferhni. A little look at the time. Aldo brings across the line. Just get in the barrier. That cut very, very tricky. Aldo with 212.950. Very, very nice lap time there. Don't think improve, unfortunately. They struggled to make it across the line. They're close. Has managed it though, nicely.
Oh my god, I hate this fucking track.
Yeah. Just shake it off, Fern. That does take it to 2-1 to Aldo. As I say, we will be doing both playlists, I believe, from what the guys were saying in the chat. They were a bit worried they wouldn't be able to do both today, but we know that Fern's been very busy with exams, and as we were going to do for Lazy earlier in the week, let them do both playlists back to back, with it only being the one day they've really got free. But Lazy was able to get that all wrapped up nice and quickly. Rescue struggled with the pressure a little bit. Again, no criticism on Rescue from myself, just is what happened. Lazy won the first 5 and Rescue then pulled out, handing victory to Lazy. We are on to H200. This is Fern's choice. We've seen 3 lap GPO track. Fern is able to couch with some extra momentum over the ramp. So in for the wall ride.
What? I didn't hit the fucking platform.
No, it did look like we were coming up over it.
It's fucking
So it does feel like he's got that cut nice, but Aldo hitting the tube entrance to the next tube is going to allow Fern back into the lead, hits the next barrier too, and I am going to give Aldo a little break after that. I know that the errors do come one after the other a little bit. Myself. Nice tap of the horn from Fern.
I hate my fucking life.
Luckily though, I love you, so it hopefully takes some of the grey clouds away. Cross the curve, taking as much as we can. Next tube, nice. He carries through. Give himself a good acceleration in the final straight. Looking really heavy off the barrier. The car not quite straightening out the way Fern was maybe hoping. Does still have the lead. Aldo not too far behind. He's going to need to match Fern if he does the wall rides. To hold pace. Aldo has to go with the jump because the water on his screen, and nicely out of it this time. Aldo 2 behind, and it's very quick through it. Did look like he gained a little bit of time with a nice flat escape from the wall ride. Aldo ever so slightly higher, did allow Fern to pull away ever so slightly more. Good and tidy. And pulls through the lower speed corners nicely. It goes in for the ramp skip, allowing him to shorten the gap up ever so slightly. Good transition onto the slanty blue and then back onto the track pieces. We do see Fern just swinging into the tube ahead. Aldo goes to the right, car bucking up slightly, but the bounce of the car did allow him to straighten up just before the track again. did allow for the better traction through the tube, already swinging through the final right. Seeing a 27.388, 29.969. That 27 came with big crash just before the start line. Fern starting again just before the corner. Water hanging Fern up heavy, but with the lead. Aldo just coming back through now. Lag on Aldo's screen did make it look as though Fern was going to retake the lead through. It is into the lead. Holding a thin lead, really not a lot between the two. But the water really damaging Fern there. Oh, but Aldo heavy in the water, repaying
water. This water is fucking bitch.
Yes, as Fern's saying, the water is a bitch, and this is why, like, it isn't people's favourite track to choose for these sort of situations in general, because the RNG, the water coming at different times on other people's screens. If it was the same for both, it wouldn't have that random feel to it, but now, as you can see, we get different water to the racers, they get different water to each other, so it doesn't sync up for anybody in the server. A bit of a shame. Fern did get a little bit lucky after getting heavy hung up in it himself, that it then repaid the favour and did the same to Aldo. So it is a little bit, in a way, it's a little bit similar to the booking situation. Is sometimes some players get a lucky run and don't get hung up in the water at all. Sometimes you get hung up on every lap. It doesn't give it back to your opponent, so it does give them a good, strong, comfortable lead. But here it did swing both ways. That has taken it to 2-all, going in the second half of the first playlist.
Yeah, of course, Aldo. Yeah.
There's Bucci and Aldo's 2 tracks remaining. We have Pier Race and Wall Climb from Fern. The palms are sweating. We're on to Vespucci. A bit of time just to calm the nerves at the halfway point. Then back into the action. Just make sure I'm not missing any messages. There's a OK ready from Aldo. We are, as I said, on to Pier Race. With a nice strong start, has to hold the lead. Take the lead even maybe from second place before it started. Yeah, it is annoying AF. And is into the lead through 273 corner. Right, but Aldo pushes a little bit too high, gets hung up on the track, has missed the checkpoint, is going to need to respawn. As he pushed really hard through the banked hairpin there, and that does allow Fern a strong lead. Guys will pass each other on the straight, have done. Two high speed corners, a lot of speed carried through, really nice and clean. It's looking really nice. Fern going in for the wall ride, taking the risk, gets it good and clean.
What the fuck is this fucking car?
The car just not able to get the traction to pull itself around the corner, but the lead at the moment should just be enough to sustain Aldo coming round the corner behind him and having to respawn. So it looked like Aldo did take the wall ride option 2. Too much speed through the corner after the wall ride. Maybe the curb helping lose a bit of attraction. Just get hung up a little bit in the shot fronts there, but back up to pace nice and quick. Holds a good strong lead. Aldo about to head into the final straight. For the line, past it. Nice landing, no gripping from Fern. Good and clean. Gets the brake boost over the crest of the hill. Again, really cranking it up. Little angling of the car. Swinging into position for this section. Really good and clean from here. Good tap on Fern's control. He tries to swing the car through the corners. Passing on the straight maybe a little bit more to Fern's advantage this time. Very light stepping with the top throttle, I believe, there just to make sure he pulls around the corner. A little bit far in, he's unable to quite get the wall ride lined up, and again, maybe just wanting to take this lap. Nice and safe, keep that advantage nicely where it's at. Really tight to the edge of the track there by Fern, pushing 2 wheels over the edge before swinging the car back. A heavy brick on landing. And that is one of the things we are looking at getting sorted out. I can't see when it is. I'm going to go through some of my timestamps and stuff later and through some of the streams and grab timestamps to make my own support ticket. Just holds the car nice and controls it really well, gets it against the curb. Top penalty, similar line from Ventura. Right brick from the car and let that move. Little climb to him, handles it all very well. Again, this was a good track selection from Fern to really just a little bit outside Aldo's comfort and able to take good advantage of his knowledge of the track to even win with a bit of start bullshit with the brick and carrying just a touch too much speed on the curb. Slapping that control hard, pulling the car through the corner really nice and clean. Barely having to limit the amount of power applied. see how much Fern has been able to extend. Saw Fern with a 212.134 with that heavy brick at the end. That could have been a 210, maybe a little lower. Heads on in for the wall ride, pulls up, collects the checkpoint, out of the wall ride, nice and clean, nice and narrow, into the corner this time, lined himself up perfectly for the corner, out of the wall ride. Just a little dab of the throttle. Fern goes in as well for the risky cut, gets it clean, a little bit higher than he'd maybe want on a perfect hot lapping run, but will be more than happy with it in a 1v1 situation. Really, really good and clean. Ventura will be happy seeing that, as would my man Jack. Heavy on the brakes into the corner, does spin out, but still
210.
Nice time, and a 210 with that big spin, so that again could have possibly got down as low as a 2.8, a high 2.8. Really nice time, 210.831 with that final spin. Aldo recorrects the car through the tube, able to catch it on the floated tube. Is there going to be a point here for Aldo to cross the line? It's a little bit short, and with the mistake, he's now on the roof of the market. I like. That does give Fern the lead, having taken Aldo's track away from him there. That's the first time we've seen either racer take one of the opposition's tracks away from them.
Fox.
Yep.
If I'm in a good lap, I will try the first loop skip.
Okay. So Fern's saying if he's on for a good lap, he will be going first loop skip, going with the big risks. Still pushing potentially for world record times in a situation like this. Incredible stuff to hear. Let's see what you can do, Fern. No pressure from us. And same to you, Aldo. Good luck to you both. Good and clean. Aldo holding pace. Fern really nice. Swinging into the lead momentarily. Fern swings through the corners, taking as much curb as he can, building the revs up nice and high, giving him speed, went to the tube. Really nice. Questions someone asking me if I'll be able to commentate something else this evening, but I am fully booked it. Aldo has been able to take the lead. Good, past tube exit, confirmed. Really hard through the corner to try and rein in some of the damage. Aldo does have a reasonable lead here. Maybe that will make Fern's decision for him, good lap or not, may force him to just minimise the risk he takes to try and close the gap. I know Fern, being the boy he is, will maybe just have to go for it. Nicely done, avoids bricking on the boost. Aldo does get slightly hung up on the tube and has to tether the throttle so he doesn't go tumbling over, and that did allow Fern to shorten the gap. A lot good speed over the jump again, shortening it, starting to come up behind Aldo, inside him now and passes through. Aldo aggressive on the curves though, retakes the lead into the tube. Good battle here between the two, nice and tight. Aldo ever so slightly extending through his tube line. Low exit from Fern.
What the fuck?
The car just...
I can't fucking believe it.
Yeah, the car just sliding uncontrollably there. It did look like he corrected it, but the oversteer from the Emma is sending the slide the other way. Rush against the barrier to line himself up with the curbs nicely. Good brake boosting down the straight. Aldo has clipped the tube on entry. That has allowed Fern back into the lead. Good quarter loop there. Not even a loop, it's just up to the quarter line. Good speed again from Fern. Nice and low again. Would maybe like it a little lower, but can't do too much better. Do want to be nice and safe in these situations while carrying the speed you can. So 256, a 156, a 154.177 from Aldo on the first lap, and Fern improving it down to a 53. And that was with that huge slide we saw at the tops, that would have been a 51. The boost not being nice to Fern. Aldo threw it clean and into the lead. It's really not being kind to Fern there, the front of the car just clipping it on landing. Tension is right. I am so nervous for these guys. Through the tube. Nice, safe exit, but that could give Fern the opportunity to shrink damage back. Fern coming through the loop behind. Nicely done by Fern. The gap really good and short between them now. With the bit between the teeth. Chasing down, very good, brake boosting, down the straight again, giving me good speed into the tube. Yeah, just coming back down ever so slightly. Yes, here. Good low exit from both. Aldo touching the ground slightly before, potentially giving a good chance to cross the line. Fern matching corner speed, increasing it slightly. Aldo nice and aggressive across the curbs. Is going to be able to hold position here. Aldo returns the favour. That takes it to 3-all. .051 from Aldo on that final lap was the best lap to 53, but we did see with the big slide Fern could have maybe again taken a good 2 seconds off that with the huge slide and lost speed on the exit on the second lap from the first tube. Again, that could have maybe changed the complexion of the race towards the end. Not having as lost time off the total time. Do heading to the final 2 races of this playlist. believe we are on to lift off. One of the guys at least has gone with the Emirates. They've both gone Emirates. Both following Jack. New world record time in the Emirates. Aldo getting a little bit close to getting hung up. And Aldo has undershot the jump. Aldo a little bit heavy on the feathering and throttling the power. Maybe a little bit too heavy on the dab of brakes at the peak of the hill has given Fern a big, strong advantage having to respawn at the bottom of the hill. Fern knows he is going to be able to play it a little bit safer, but again, the guys don't like changing the lines too much. I don't already. It leads me to making even more mistakes than I do. It does come off the gap in the barrier, but strong lead. Not going to let it affect him too much, chasing the curbs really aggressively. Cuts across the narrow portion of the track there. Dab of power.
What?
And what was that? That's a
believe it.
flat part of the barrier.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Well, I've had that happen in the D8 on Gauntlet and stuff when you do take too much speed through the corners, but you seem to have that nicely under control there, Fern. Again, this is the sort of stuff we are looking to get sorted out with the freaking tickets we're putting in at the moment. It's like, it shouldn't happen. The car just clicking into the barrier as Fern brushed against it, and it did just stop the car dead and send it into a bit of a spin. And like I have discussed with Marty, even if it's not for this version to get Fern with a wonderful risky cut, fantastic stuff, just catching the loop through the transition in the tube, really nice, just kissing in that open portion of the loop. Up tube, really clean. Really putting up some good speed again. Barrier this time a little bit kinder as he kisses against it. Aldo coming down straight parallel now to Fern below him. Is going to be able to take a 4-3 lead here. I think even with, if there was any place that could potentially need to respawn, I think he's just about strong enough to make it a horrible respawn. And that is Fern, good and clean, no bricking on the Fern 4-3 up, having at least confirmed a draw from this playlist. Gives himself good stable position to go forward into the second one from, and Aldo looking to level it back up, put them on even footing going to the final 8 tracks. Yes, kings and queens.
I think that line on the tube, it's faster.
Yeah, definitely. And on the wall climb when you do. I think both are faster. Just hard to do.
Yeah, I don't do that line on wall climb.
I've seen you do it before.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe playing around in a lobby, public lobby, yeah.
For a while I did it, but yeah, I think it's not faster.
Okay, you don't think it's faster on wall climb? Yeah, okay. You need to show me that other line, Fern.
Yeah.
I'll spectate you one day when you're hot lapping.
We are 4-3. We are every time Aldo win.
Yep.
Me win.
And then you've rotated who wins then. You've just swapped round.
Yeah, what the fuck? Now Aldo have to win me.
Yep. to return the serve. Hey, Tyrese, how you going, bro? Hope you're doing really well. For anybody new, score is 4-3 in Fern's favour at the end. This is the final race in the first playlist. Yeah, I'm very well, thank you, Tyrese, my man. This has been a very tense playlist. It's gone back and forth. Fern, in the mid portion of the playlist, was able to get 2 back-to-back wins with H200 and then Vespucci. But then Aldo took away Fern's track, and then Fern again took Aldo's track in liftoff. So Aldo wanting to take wall climb away from Fern. With it being Fern's track, maybe a little bit of work cut out on my side. Wow! That was a heavy barrier smash there from Aldo, and somehow the car reacted in such a way it did multiple spins as it flipped over the barrier on the other side of the track and off. Aldo has had to respawn. See Fern taking, yeah, that gives you the nice entry speed through the next section. Yeah, I like that line, Fern, a lot. See Fern just showing us a little bit of line there, goes in for the ramp skip, nice and clean. Really capitalising on the unfortunate error from Aldo that really punished him heavy. I've never seen the car quite react so heavily to a barrier brick. Like just literally, wait, it was in the gap of the barrier, it wasn't a barrier brick, he did catch the gap in the barrier, but the car reacted so heavily, did 2 or 3 spins, flat spins, as it flipped off the track. Incredible stuff. Just brushing the barrier, and the other side straightens up on the third barrier, but yeah, big oof there from Fern. Character a little bit battered and bruised after that, but handled it nice and back up to speed as he comes into the tube. This one, that's a line I've not seen before, Fern. Is that the... No, I was about to say, is that the line you normally take? Again, just clipping over the white ramp up onto the rest of the track. Nice brake boosting from Fern, does swing to the right side of the track, looking for the curb boost, catching them 2, nice and clean, that's 3 back to back. Heavy on the throttling to make sure he swings past that horrible sticky barrier and through it nice. Fern could be on for a decent lap time here. He catches another couple of brake boosts along the track. Gets this good, clean, crisp boost line. Now see Fern sticking to that left wall, using that wall, and he drifts back to the right, really minimises the amount of adjustments you need to make to the control to keep it this quick line through the tube. Wonderfully done by Fern. Nice wide approach to the final part, catches a little brake boost, but the car just caught up in the foot of the ramp, does shred Fern's speed. Let's have a quick little look where Aldo is, see how he's coming along. Still cranking up the speed, just about to exit the tube. Got coming round the corner to the ramp skip. See the rest of this lap out with Aldo, and then if Fern's still got the lead, he's got swap back to Fern. Nice brake boosting as well across the jump from Aldo, get the car's nose pointing down to getting back to the track as early as possible. I had to pull back to the left heavy there to get into the tube, had disconnected from it. Really unlucky from Aldo, as it's something that's happened to myself many times when you have to readjust tube's not nice to you. You do find it hard to cling to the roof of the tube. And entering the final tube down the right wall into this section of it, onto the little line, catching as much boost as you can, just missing the ramp. The car's back end plays up ever so slightly. Ferhni catches it marvellously well, ducking a little bit like a wild bull. Did catch it really nice. That time we saw was 2:19 on the first lap. The ramp skip foot hit on the bottom of the ramp, wasn't able to improve. Good brake boost, he's down the straight again, gets all three, pulls round past the barrier, tight like a tiger. Again, carrying a lot of speed into this first tube. Wall again, sticks to the left wall, lines it up lovely, all four wheels kicking down at the same time on the entrance to the tube. Good, strong lines as well. We do see the car and camera vibrating lightly as it catches the boost line.
Oh, that was really good.
Yeah, did catch the brake boost just before the ramp skip as well, but the barrier just clipping the spoiler is allowing Aldo shorter gap. Had to adjust the line and pull down and go round the loop the other way, centering the tube line a little bit lower. Didn't want to have to pull all the way up and round. But yeah, Ferhni does believe the way that he's been doing that line is quicker, taking it from the left wall through that ramp skip in the tube, because it allows you to keep the line cleaner without as many inputs on the control, is what I'd be guessing.
I think the left side, the ramp skip is faster.
Yeah. Enough. Oh, nice, clean skip this time from Ferhni, just allowing him to use that little clip to help slow the car down a touch maybe. Really nice and clean through the final section. Right, again, with the missed ramp skip, may not see an improvement. Aldo coming through now. About to come across the line. Ferhni has been able to take a 5-3 lead. Before we head into the second playlist. I believe we will be restarting. You guys might just need a little minute or two's break to pop and get a drink. Yeah, exactly. You get to carry the speed down the left side wall, which then helps pull you back up the right nicely. So I think it just helps, yeah. Because the less input you put in on the boost lines, the stronger it is really in general. 214.5.
Yeah, that's right. It's exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm just not quite getting
back,
on.
So you have the speed in the left
the
side,
momentum,
and
yeah.
you go in the right.
Yeah, I'm stumbling over my words a bit, but that's exactly what I did mean as well. Okay, so Zombie has agreed for 10:30, which means Foxtrack v Mobbing will be at 9:30. It will be a bit of a rush in between the two matches, but at 9:30 we have Foxtrack v Mobbing, which allows Mobbing that extra hour he wanted to do the GOAT playlist. Andy and Zombie being exceptionally accommodating and incredibly good sports in letting us do that, have moved back an hour to 10:30, so we are all on and good for this evening. So Alex, that'd be in just under 5 hours, Alex, if you're doing the Andy one with me. And then Let's Go Fox track already in the chat. You're a stream early for that, Snail, but I do like the support. Maybe choose one of the drivers. We didn't restart the playlist, did we? No. I'm going to back out of this, get myself back into my invite session. I'll send an invite out to the guys. I've still got plenty of time, so there's no rush, Fern. If you do need to go toilet and all that sort of stuff, because we're now just getting towards the time when it would have been a rush if we were doing both playlists back to back. Dylan, is this the quarterfinals? I need to work that out. I think this is just the first knockout round. I do think the next round is the quarterfinals, then the semi-finals, then the finals. But yeah, I think this is the first knockout round rather than it being the quarterfinals. That's next week we'll be doing that. Should be from Wednesday onwards. We'll do the draw on Wednesday night or Thursday night, one of the two, and we'll do a similar sort of thing that we did last time, do it live on stream, do the randomising thing that we did last time, and then have a few people that are in my party choose the numbers to assign the draw. Because we've not done brackets for this one, it's all been randomised. For future competitions, if I run one, there will be brackets. I'm looking into the losers bracket system they have in Tekken and other games, and maybe bring a little bit of that. Now, this, I think, has just dropped me into a normal session. Awesome, Alex, thank you very much. I did see you upload the Brits video yesterday and stuff, and we've got quite a few other people doing it as well now. The community does seem to be getting behind it, the more of us do it. So if we can get a few more to do it over the weekend, and then through next week, we might be on something decent. Are you in an invite session, Fern?
No.
No,
But
okay.
are you spectating me?
No, it kicked me out.
Oh, we already started.
Okay, they have already started. Fern, do you want to stream
Fuck's
maybe in
sake.
between the race? I don't know why it disconnected me then as we swapped between.
Oh wow. You can spectate me right now?
No, it won't let me come back in because it's an invite session. You can invite me between on the next race. Invite me, and I'll come back into the next one,
yeah.
and just let me know when you start.
Okay.
Yeah. So unfortunately, we are going to miss the first race. I believe that will be in the city again.
Yeah, in the city.
But we'll be back in the action. So if there's any questions and stuff in the chat, I'll answer them quietly and allow Fern to focus. But when the guys do invite me back, I'll just wait for them to let me know. In fact, what I'm going to do as well, I'm going to go back to my own invite session, so it's quicker to load in and out, so I don't get stuck in the clouds while I wait. See, smart boy I am. Smart boy. But Rockstar Service, just playing up a little bit lightly there, did kick me from the session as the transition between the two playlists. But Fern is going to wonderfully invite me between the races and let me know. Okay, how did I get that money? I did a lot of heists this weekend, Alex, I promise. It's not that much money. We've seen people with like 300-400 million. I'm on less than 20. What, like, it's not that big amount. GTA, man, there's some rich people out there. You get paid really well for commentary, Alex. Get paid really well for commentary. That's my answer. So if any of you out there don't feel like the racing's paying enough, come into the commentary. Sometimes it plays up and it gives you both players payouts on the races. Alex, mate, I'll give you a proper explanation in the party. We'll get you set up under the members from the community. Do not dob me in. Come here, tip the cap of Ferhn's control every now and then as he goes through some of the corners. And the tube exits. Let's have a little guess, and Ferhni just makes a wonderful transition through the tube. Really nice and clean. Aldo lining it up just in front for chasing him down. Don't worry, man. I'll help look after some of the goats as well. And Dylan as well, get you looked after should you have the setup money required. Don't you worry about that. The same offer is out there for Fuckstone and Trilsy. I know they are struggling lightly at the moment to get their racing cars in order. As long as Zombie's all good with that, Shiftless, there's no issue, and I'm sure really he will be fine with it. Just have a little chat with him. Yeah, nice, that'll be fine. Me, not yet, Dylan, I'm still at my 210 at the moment. I did manage to lower it to a 210.3 though, so I am getting closer. Working on it, and I will be doing maybe a little bit of hot lapping on that after this, in between the matches while I wait. Spawny is inviting to East Coast, so if any of you do know him, head on in for a little race. Definitely, I honestly, I think I'll get my 209. If not today, later in this week. There's been a couple of times I've been on for it, like I am on for 52 or 53 on Gauntlet as well. Yeah, no worries, Dylan. Definitely jump in for the Spoochie race. If you've not added me yet, just add me on PlayStation. I think we are friends, and just remind me of your name in game. No, you're Critiques, aren't you? You are, yeah. I remembered last night while I was pissed. But definitely get you in, and you are already on my friends list, so no worries with that, lad. Yeah, it's Critiques with a Q. So QRI something. But yeah, Hazel, that's the badger. Thank you very much, Critiques. But he is very quickly becoming a nice active stunt racer. Seems to enjoy the competition. And is again improving very, very rapidly, being quite into his games. Is a very proficient Battlefront player. Jack enjoyed playing that with him a few times, and then he's come over to this, having made a couple of new gaming friends.
Okay, Fox.
Yep.
We got the first try. I won.
Fern has taken in the city this time, taking first blood this time. Fern,
Yeah.
if you can send me the invite through the party, do you know that play
yeah.
together function? Because then you don't need to do it every race, just let me know when you launch.
Well, I have to embed you when I get in the lobby?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
But if you do it through the party chat and then you don't need to worry about it every time, just let me know when you're launching. You mean for YouTube, Alex? You go onto your channel. Hey, Fluky, how you going, bro? Just waiting on my invite from Fern as he drops into the
I
lobby.
can't close the lobby.
Oh shit, it won't let Fern close the lobby.
Where are you?
It's trying to get to me before.
Okay, I embed you.
Nicely, thank you, Fern.
Wait, it's sending?
Yeah, it's come through.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, once you're launched, I'll come in.
Yeah, 50 seconds, you have 50 seconds.
Perfect. I'll just wait for you to
Tell me when
launch.
you're ready.
I'm ready to come in, you can launch when you want. Because I can't, if I come in now, I'd be in the race, so I need you to launch and I'll have to drop out every time at the end. I'll just give it 30 seconds and then I'll hit accept on my invite. No, yeah, you can do it on your phone. I've only got my phone. Again, I can give you a little run through of that as when we're in a party next.
I started.
Lovely, perfect. I've just accepted the invite, so I should get game options being set when I press X. But if you go onto your channel or your profile, and then there is a way to change it through there, because I've got the monkey in a spacesuit. I only did that as I set it up. You just click on the profile picture bit and it lets you take one from your gallery or a new photo. There we go, thank you very much, Andy. Nice, clear description. We are on to Trench 2. The guys are away already. We are with Aldo, trying to rein back in.
Me.
Does so, catching the brake boost nicely. Maybe haven't missed.
And again.
God, nose punch again, just pulling out of the tube at a slightly wrong angle. Thank you as well, and Holy, my dude, as well. You thoroughly deserve it at this point. Putting up with all that dirty racing late at night and stuff. Aldo, nice and narrow through the early part of the corner, allows him to apply the power through the mid and later part. Going for the brake boost, I believe he missed both. We saw a 1:02 on the first lap here by Aldo. Showing just over 7-second lead at this point. Good clean line, no brushing against narrow portion of the track, and made it through to clean this time. Really looking to try and rein in damage again. See, 58.970 this time from Aldo, which means Fern is really going to have to crank up the pace to maybe get right down to world record times to rein it in 59.426 from third. Aldo did extend ever so lightly. So coming into the tube behind, Aldo through this half tube, catches just ever so slightly on the wall. It's not nice, it's clean, smooth, though, looking very good. Alex, mate, I think you just need to complete a little bit of more of YouTube. Maybe character selection's locked for now. The silhouetted character with locked characters.
Fuck's sake.
I'm not happy with his mistake. Hear frustration there, slightly in his voice. But does still hold to race lead. Aldo has taken, they've swapping the order. Fern's taken in the city this time from Aldo. And Aldo's returned the favour with Trench. .57 from Fern. Unholy, Jessica's going to become the love of my life. Just a little bit more shy while I'm not drunk, so it'll just take a bit more time. But she didn't.
Fox,
Shit! Shit! Fuck's sake! Bollocks! I should have stayed in the race to just try and keep up from third place and commentate it then. Shit! Bollocks! I fucked up, guys. I fucked up huge. We're gonna miss the third race because of me. That's totally my bad. Shit! Bollocks! This is why I need co-commentators, Alex. You've let me down, Alex. Jesus Christ, you've let all of you in chat, folks, you've let me down.
Folks, I'm starting in the third position.
Oh no! I took either pole or second place. Shit! I'm ruining it. Alex is in the top. It's still your fault, Alex. Just saying, you could have been here co-commentating with me, and now look at what's happened. No, I know, it's all on me, really. Bollocks, man. Oh, at least we get to look at my very, very attractive fox lady with the cock rocket on her shirt. Bollocks. This is not my most professional outing as a commentator today. Still, this dude's car. No, like I say, Alex, it's all on me, really. I wasn't paying attention, you know. I forgot I wasn't just spectating. If that does happen again, I know the guys are quite a bit quicker than me, but should I forget again in the future, I will just wait up on the line and then follow them round and try and keep pace with the action. Then we'll get the invite between the races and let us know what happened. But while we're here again, any questions? While we're here. Like, so in the 1v1s later, guys, maybe who will you be rooting for? Which way do you think they'll be going? Remember, we've got Mobbin v Foxtrack, then Shiftless v Andy. Foxtrack does have a lot of work to do after coming back from Track Mania for the first playlist. Mobbin does have an 8 race lead. Foxtrack is going to have to try and take all 8 wins away from Mobbin to draw it up and take that to a penalty shootout. Shiftless in a much stronger position. It's 5-3 there, I believe. Yes, Shiftless with the Fox in chat. Oh, did I just say Shiftless v Andy? You're so good now, Andy, facing yourself. That is Shiftless v Zombie. Or Andy v Crew. Oh, dope. Alex, you were here with me the other day. You know it's not easy. Certainly when I've fucked up already. You know what I'm like on the track. It's the same in real life. As soon as I make one mistake, it's a calamity of errors falling through life. But no, next week, lad, I become the goated commentator from Thursday. Just remember. That's Shifty versus Crew. But yeah, I have had a few people join me at this point. Scarface did say afterwards when we finished, Jesus Christ, I don't know how you managed to talk for an hour and a half straight. And make just stumble as little as I do. It's hard to try and spit so many words out a minute. Guys will be coming through final portions, I'm guessing, of City Air. To drive an awfully terrible car around. So you're thinking about calling yourself less shifty? I kind of like it. It doesn't not work. This proper banging Jeep. Could not run the corner. Yeah, again, apologies for my slight technical buffoonery in joining the race by mistake. Did put Fern into third place. Cat that's going to go through a corner from the final exit on the tubes. Yeah, any thoughts and feelings on the 1v1s later? Again, they will be at 9:30 with Mobbin versus Foxtrack, and then 10:30, and just 5 to 10 minutes later for Zombie v Shiftless at 10:30. I just need to set up my lobby after the other 1v1. But that's where that little 5 minutes extra may come from. These guys are normally quite patient with me, very accommodating, but I don't want to push that too much with them already having moved around for me.
I won, Fox.
Okay, Fern has taken in the city, away, or city air, sorry, from Aldo. Thank you
Okay,
for
I'm
letting
gonna
us know.
meet you in 20 seconds. You have 1 minute and 30 seconds. No. I start and I tell you when I start.
Yep. You just invite me. If you could just invite me again, because the invite disappears. Yeah. Thank you very much, man. And I'll just join when you launch. Butch telling himself to go to bed. Okay, Butch, good point. Enjoy the stream first, though, Butch.
Okay, folks, I'm gonna change my mix or my mic, so I mute me.
Yep. And he's going to change the mix, so he's going to mute himself. Right, not quite through 3 yet. Maybe just making it into a lobby now and transition through the point.
Fox.
Yep.
We are going to restart the playlist.
Okay.
Science A200.
Yep.
For you. Okay.
Okay, perfect. I'll invite you two to my invite lobby then, I guess.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, lovely. Fern's inviting me to their session. They're going to relaunch the playlist for us. That has taken it to 7-4. There's my invite to Fern's session. Thank you very much for this, Fern.
No worries.
Look at him looking after us and the YouTube audience beautifully. I'll jump straight in and spectate so I don't hold you up. Already pushing through me. Oh, my head's doing alright, to be honest, Butch. I did have a little bit of a headache earlier, but to be honest, I avoided a hangover, which is very nice.
Are you ready, Fox?
Yeah, I'm just about. You can go into the playlist and I'll come in and spectate now. I'm in the session.
Perfect.
Just let me know once you've loaded into it, so it doesn't kick me.
Okay, I'm in the playlist, Jimmy. I'm gonna mute me. I'm gonna change my mic. Okay.
Yep, no worries, Fern. Where is Fern? Scroll past his name. There he is. Spectate player. Yeah, Fern has taken in the city and city air from Aldo, but Aldo did take Trench 2, which has taken scores to 7-4. I'm here with Fern for the last 5 races. Aldo will join momentarily. Oh god, yeah, it was a lot of fun, Butch, and we, like, the drinking thing is going to be a bit rarer, but we do a lot of contact hot ring and different, more casual racing a bit later at night our time. If we've done a lot of competitive stuff through the week, if that makes any sense. Just a bit more chilled time, just a bit of a laugh in the party. But again, I do thoroughly appreciate how flexible the guys are with this commentary and YouTube stuff. For some reason, the Rockstar servers did separate us, and then I forgot to leave in between third job. Whoops. Ended up so in the race, Fern had to make a comeback from third place. Aldo is going to be on the way shortly. Down to the last 5. Fern does only need 2 more wins to confirm his place in the finals, but I'm sure I did see that Aldo would be keen to finish the playlist out anyway. With us having time available, I personally see no reason why not. Aldo, having joined the lobby, has meant Fern has launched the session. And yeah, the contact stuff is really good fun when we all go into it with the right attitude. Like, sometimes I'll mix it up, sometimes I want us to try racing cleanly with each other. Other times just downright dirty. It is really good fun. And other nights where we go in as a group of friends, say 10 of us, and we go bully the randoms. So we work as a little group together and we try and get ourselves like top 6, 10 places, nice and comfortable, spinning out all the randoms along the way. We just really start to have fun with some of the more casual racing modes, or where we don't see the competitive edge quite so much. Fern has had a really good, strong start. Aldo with a lot of speed into the wall ride, pulls out wonderfully well, has shortened the gap. Fern slightly cleaner, did allow him to accelerate away nice and cleanly. Fern out to just pull left back into the tube, really nice. Higher approach onto the tube wall from Aldo, swings high onto the wall as well. Slight disconnect from the tube, carries the speed wonderfully well through the tube. Oh, quite a big amount of water compared to Aldo, or for Aldo compared to Fern. Did losing that couple of tenths. Khaled saying he will be going to shiftless. Not surprised after the way he treated, say, yourself and Keno in a previous contact playlist. Has maybe bought some of it on himself. Aldo clashes with the gap in the barrier. I am going to go apply that thick YouTube pressure to Fern. He has got the lead in both the playlist and the race. So maybe that extra bit of comfort will allow him to carry the pressure nicely. Just deflects off the barrier, nice and clean this time. No spin out. Super clean across the jumps, no misbehaviour on the car, through past the ramp and heads in. Ferhni was just saying he's going to come for you in the contact stuff that we do next time, maybe tonight, if you're around, Andy. Yeah, contact hot ring or whatever we do contact tonight. Ferhni is maybe going to look for some revenge for how you treated him. Nice bit of flair, landing on the ramp in a position to give himself a wonderful barrel roll. Does approach the tube from the right side this time, maybe giving himself a better line through the corner with the car having a lower speed into the entry of it. Really nice. Honk of the horn saying he's happy he got himself nice and straightened out with no big wobbles. In the first lap we saw a 30.257 from Fern, meaning he has got over 8 second lead at this point. Avoids the gap in the barrier, nice and clean through the final corner on the little straight, crossing the line, time down, still around the same. That big wide and the barrel roll did cost some time. What we're after, but none on phone. Got through nice and clean. Little gap in the brakes just before the entry. The blue ride does hit the blue, but Aldo is a little way behind. It is coming out of the wall ride just behind. Aldo nice and clean across the jump and enters through the tube set. Looking really good and clean. So, hung up in the water, heavy does allow Aldo to shorten the gap significantly. This time Aldo not getting caught up in the water through the tube, allows him to make best use of it, ride through the corner, so it has allowed carry the lead. Good ramp skip though, regains that lost time. A lot of speed over the blue, really shortening the gap, heavy off the barrier from Ferhni ahead. Again, just allows Aldo to shorten it. Ferhni is going to have to be clean through the final section to hold the lead. Aldo nicely primed to pounce on any barrier smashes or anything like that. Looks good and clean though. Ferhni has held the lead nicely. Nice Ferhni, now up to an 8-4 lead, does just need one race, take it. We have clear race, wall climb, Vespucci and liftoff still remaining. We're on to Vespucci. Aldo maybe looking for a touch of redemption on his own track. With Aldo on pole and swap back to Ferhni. The hood a little bit. Good start, does hold the lead off the line. A little bit later, going in the control, closes the gap. Good clicking of the curb allows Aldo to hold the lead. Slightly smoother line. What happened? Oh, it was lag. Lag just playing up on Aldo. Then a big brick though from Ferhni on the yellow connecting piece has allowed Aldo to swing into the lead. You can see Aldo not waiting on the brick with it being level, but no, or maybe has fed the throttle slightly through that final section, not wanting it to come down to a brick. Nice play there, Aldo. There's no way you lost so much speed through the corners, so really, really fair play. And again, it isn't a rule, so that is just really high levels of sportsmanship from Aldo, and I wasn't judging, as I pointed out, that there was no weight in the brick, I was just signifying it. Aldo cleared that up straight away as soon as he maybe heard that it was the brick. It is now into the lead. Again, pulled away slightly from Ferhni. Good brake pieces from Ferhni off the curb, so able to shorten the gap. Yeah, thank you very much, Silver. I know you wouldn't have meant to join on the 1v1. I am showing online at the moment. And just goes into the wall ride a little bit late. We are going to... Now we have been getting some more people come across flukies here and there saying hello from Facebook, so again I thoroughly appreciate you sharing it around there. I am going to start, as I said yesterday, start looking into some of the Reddit gaming communities for racing and stuff like that, see if there's anywhere around there that I can share my stuff to, and some of the other channels and that as we grow. see if anybody's interested in becoming part of our community out there. See, 2:16.491 from Aldo, even with the heavyweight just clipping a little bit of a hedge. The transition down off the hairpin corner, and has had to respawn there after maybe pushing a little bit too hard through the hairpin corner at the bottom of the straight. Will now just be looking for a PB maybe on the final lap. Oh, Aldo pushing so wide through corners, does buck up a little bit on the curves, gets the brakes nicely, has the throttle to control the car, and does land nice and clean on that bottom flat section between the two slopes. Nicely round the corner, carrying his speed wonderfully well through the banked hairpin. Again, it's a wide hairpin that I do. Banked hairpins, right? I'm not wrong in my description of that, and through this tight FM can catch you out if you don't pull around sharply enough, missing a checkpoint. Really wide over the curbs from Aldo, giving himself as much chance to clip the curbs as possible, grabbing as many boosts as he can. No brick on the landing on the track piece there, really clean. Coming across the jump behind. Didn't quite pull the camera around to see the landing, but it does look like turn, nice and clean. Is heading through the corner section behind. Nicely done into the entry, the car again slightly bucking up, but able to control it really well. Does look like Aldo should be on for an improvement from that 2:16. No errors through the final section, nice and clean. 2:11.664, cranking up the pressure slightly on Fern. Maybe just not going to let it get to him, knows maybe without too many mistakes from Aldo this race could well be out of hand. We'll just use the time to settle back in as the next 3 races after this try and confirm the win. Aldo, with all the work still to do, needs all 3 race wins to tie it up and send us to a penalty shootout. Again, if we end up in a penalty shootout situation, Aldo again really tight to the edge of the track. Car not bucking up so much this time, able to handle the curves much better. If it does end up in a penalty shootout situation again, we will do like we did with Jack v Spartacus. I will randomly generated from the list of stunt tracks 3 tracks, then chosen by chat which one of them is the one put forward to the guys. They then choose a track each. My track, the randomly assigned track, is basically to stop it being able to be a draw in that penalty shootout. So we have a guaranteed winner across the 3 races. It's been nice and clean from Aldo the whole way round, really. No big mistakes. Has allowed him to sustain the lead since the beginning. He's going across the jump. Nice and long. Has could go a little bit too long to line up for the wall ride. Maybe just wanting make sure there's no chance the DNF here gets down nice and clean. So Aldo is not far off completing the lap, obviously, heading through the final corner as we transition between the 2. Aldo finishing, Fern controls the flip really nice, but hits the brake knowing there's not maybe quite enough time on the clock, just gives him enough time to dry his hands off, give himself a little wipe down of the forehead, shake off maybe a slight frustration, maybe he experienced on this track. That does give bring it back to 5-8 in Fern's favour still. Aldo still needs to win the next 3, but has taken the first of the 4 wins he needed to. Has, like I say, brought it back to 5-8. Now, I don't need to back out, I can just continue. I am now just a spectator. And they are launching straight up. I do believe this is peer race now again, with them following the same order as last time. This did go Aldo's way last time. And maybe as Aldo was on Vespucci, just looking for that slight bit of redemption, make it all clean. Just send that guy my way, Fluky. At the moment, really, I am not looking to make money myself at all out of this. Like I said, I do just want to grow the community as a whole, see what we can do with things going into GTA 5 on PlayStation. More than happy to put the work into helping grow it out, introducing new people to it. So do put him in touch with me. I'll take him round some of the tracks, show him some of the cuts and send him to the right places to start picking up stuff himself. Fern has hit an early barrier, and that does give Aldo the early lead. Did take a high risk landing on the boost pad, but handled it nice and clean. But it is really nice, like Butch offered yesterday as well to contribute a bit towards a nicer microphone for myself, but again, like as much as I really do appreciate people being willing to put a bit of money into this sort of thing, I don't want to be taking that from you guys. If we can get to a point down the line where we can all make a bit of money off ad revenue, build like a little prize pool here and there for certain competitions, and start to build the audience out that way, that's really what I'm looking to do. Like I've got my in real life job that more than covers my expenses and stuff at the moment, even with being out of work right now, so that's fine. And it is what maybe puts me in a really good position to do it, because I don't need, all I need from you guys is the support with your time, here and there, sharing the streams around, helping grow the community that way, if that makes any sense. I've got the money to invest in my equipment as we grow. Aldo does clip. Barrier flips the wrong way, the back wheel stuck over the edge of the track, having to rock the car back and forward, trying to get it back. Has had to give up the position though. That is highly unfortunate there from Aldo. His nose pointing down just a little bit too aggressively. Clipped on the platform on the transition up, and the car spun onto its roof. As he flipped it, the back 2 tyres just drifted over the edge of the track, and that then did cause the respawn. We are going to head to Fern with the chance to wrap up his place in the quarterfinals. But a pin in the way, handled it nicely, saw it just as it was coming around the corner, was able to hit the brakes, let off on the throttle so he didn't hit it at full speed, causing the car to spin. But Aldo is, with that error, a little bit of a way behind. It's like, that's the other thing, Fluke, is that I'll be hoping there is the option to do on YouTube, and that's make a lot of you guys members without paying. Like, if we do get to that point where you have the option to join, I want to give that back to this part of the community that's already here, and then it'd be new people coming in, like with Broy, say, like, use that as an example. Like, he paid back a big part of his community that helped him build it up to begin with. And that is again what I'd look to do, Gruffy, even not Broy. That's the way I'd like to approach things. Like, the first thing to do is get the community grown out a little bit, see if we can develop a little prize pool here and there for certain 1v1s that I want to commentate on down the line, and keep giving reasons for all the drivers to stick around and keep looking to improve. Like, maybe at one point in the coming months and stuff, we could do like a week with a couple of tracks having a little bonus for the person who has the world record by the end of the week. I'm not sure, but we'll come up with some ideas here and there to keep things nice and fresh. Again, the pin playing absolute havoc with Fern, but again, handled nicely, stopping the car, doing a full spin machine, even with that pin hit on the second lap, the one at 51.913 from Fern to one at 51.987. Really not a lot between the two on the best laps. Fern in a good, strong position though to get this all wrapped up a little bit early. Still 2 races left after this. Good clean exit from Fern. Good brake loosening down the straight. Heads in for the loop skip. The back end just skips up ever so lightly, and that did cause a lack of traction as he tried to turn the car around. It just spun out. Really unlucky for Fern. Bit of a high loop skip on that one, but with the time on his side, able to do it to help shorten the gap up, so now no risk of Aldo DNFing, and is really up close behind Fern now with the work to do to hold the lead through the final tube exit. Just reapplying that pressure to himself to get it nice and clean. Good brake boosting down the straight from Aldo to try and capitalise on that lost time from Fern. Nicely stuck to the tube, adjust slightly, pulling up, gets it nice and clean though. Really well done, Aldo. Back on the horse, nice and quick after the earlier mistake. Still going with the nice tube exit. Across the line. That does.
Alright.
Hello, Fern.
Did I get the 9th wins?
Yep, you've just won your 9th race.
Okay,
You have.
I'm so sorry, but I can't still racing.
Yeah, no worries. Do you want to message Aldo just to let him know that it's nothing personal?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Fern is unable to carry on racing. He's got some stuff in real life and stuff going on. He has just finished his exams and stuff like that. We know that we would normally see the end of it out. Fern was hoping there'd be enough time to play it out either way, but stuff in real life getting in the way. He is just messaging Aldo, so Aldo knows there's nothing personal in it. That does put Fern through to the next round. Again, we will be doing the draw on Thursday, I believe it will be Wednesday night or Thursday, but I'll let the Stunt Racing chats know, and we'll go live and give it 10 minutes to warm up, sit around the table, do the draw the way we did before. But that does see Fern. Let's have a look through my list and see who else we've got through. We've got Luke. We've got Esco. I believe we also have Official, but that just needs double checking. We've got Lazy. We've got... I believe that is it so far. Jack is also through. After seeing off Spartacus.
Alright, Fox.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
I will see you soon, Fern.
Thanks.
It has been
Thank
my
you so
pleasure.
much for commentating this 1v1.
Honestly,
and
man.
See you later.
Yeah, I'll see you soon, bro.
Bye, bro.
But that is Fern off. Dylan, in about 5 minutes time or so, I'll be launching the Spoochie if you'd like to join me. Anybody else is welcome as well. Bit of hot lapping. Aldo and Fern both thanking me for the commentary, and again, honestly guys, it is my absolute pleasure to do so. That is going to be bringing this stream to an end in just under 3 hours. We will have Fox Track versus Mobbin, and that will be followed by Zombie versus Shiftless. Thank you all very, very much. And goodbye for now.